For D part 1, we just need to find an expression for dl by dx, and we can just use the power rule for this one. So dl by dx then is going to equal 30, and then here got -6, so power of x is 2, so -6 times 2, we get 12x, and then the same process for the last term, we get -5 times pi x. Okay, so that's our expression for dl by dx. And that now for d part 2, we need to find the value of x so that the window lets in a maximum amount of light and justify that this value of x gives a maximum. Okay, so in order to do this, we just need to find the turning points. So we just take dl by dx, set that equal to 0, and then solve for x. Okay, so we could use algebra to solve that, but we've got our calculator, so we'll grab our calculator up. Okay, so there's the graph of the derivative there, 30 minus 12x minus 5 pi x, and we just analyze the graph, find the 0, and I'll just get a couple more decimal points. Okay, so x is 1.08272 and so on. So we'll make a note of that. So x is equal to 1.08272. That's enough decimal places because we're going to round it to 3 significant figures. Now we just need to justify it's a maximum. So we could just state that L is a quadratic function of x and the coefficient of x squared is negative, and that will be enough to gain you the mark. Or we could take the second derivative if you prefer that way. And the second derivative is going to be, just using the power rule again, -12 minus 5 pi, which is less than 0 for all x. So therefore, x at 1.08 is a maximum. Okay, right, so that is D part 2 done. And now for D part 3, we need to find the value of h so that the window lets in the maximum amount of light. Okay, so we'll just make a note of that. Okay, so we'd already found h in terms of x before. So we had h was equal to 1 over 2, so 10 minus 2x minus pi x. And so at the maximum, that's when x is 1.08 and so on, we can find h at that value of x. So therefore, we'll plug in half times 10 minus, and I'll just use a few more decimal points here. So it's 2 times 1 point, what was it, 0.272, and then it was minus pi times x, so 1.08272. Okay, and we can just get our calculator out and work that out. Okay, so I've typed it all in there, and then we end up with 2.2165. Okay, so we get 2.2165. So h, the 3 significant figures, is 2.22. Okay, and that is part D finished.